It is mine, truly yours, maybe. Welcome to Sierra Speaks. We are live here at 5. Now, let me share. I know it says live at 5, but what I learned is that me and technology still have to learn how to communicate with each other. So, nevertheless, the first and the second Wednesday of the first, the second, and the fourth Wednesday of each month, you can absolutely find a video here from me. Usually, sometimes throughout the week, I'll do some shorts and some other things, but outside of that, on the second and the fourth Wednesday, you can find me here, whether it's going to be live at 5 or whether if I figured out how to do a recording where I can schedule it so it could go off at 5. Something is happening the second and fourth Wednesday of each month without further ado. So, now, thank you for joining me again here at the Sierra Sauce. Yes, this is the Sierra Sauce. Now, I've tried 8 different things today to try. I pre-recorded this video 4 days ago. I did something to it and changed the time. People started watching it, which is a good thing. But I think once people started viewing it, it would no longer let me like save it as a live to launch at 5 p.m. So then I did another one, and somehow it connected to my Bluetooth in my car, but the Bluetooth did not connect to the audio, so you just really have me there moving my hands and you can't hear anything. So, nonetheless, so here we are because time allowed me today to actually be able to, in the present moment, just hit the live button and do the thing. Now, I'm still trying to build my best, most magical life on a real life budget. And so I want to encourage us to be able to get back to being our superlative selves in all facets of life. And so superlative means to your highest degree, to your highest form. It is also an expression of praise. And so whether if you know it or not, you are an expression of praise. And all that you go through should be can be used. Yes, it can be used. What do you mean by that? Meaning that I'm wearing this blue lipstick for a reason. But it didn't I used it to help me not be blue. I'll get back to that. So, this on today, we are covering the art of discovery, is what we're talking about today. The art of discovery is what we talked about on the second Wednesday. And on the second Wednesday, we highlighted how when things happen in our life, we can use those as moments to discover things that we did not know and that we would not know unless you did bump your toe and you had to look down, even in screaming and squinching pain, that you saw the $100 bill too. Yeah. So discovering something amazing, although something else is going on, right? Although I intentionally do my videos outside somewhere, I intentionally do my videos without fancy backdrops, I intentionally do my videos in real life elements because I want you to understand that although things are going on around you, that you are still your superlative self. And superlative means to your highest degree, to your highest form, that is also an expression of praise. Yeah, you are an expression of praise even with tears in your eyes. You are an expression of praise even on the days that you don't feel like you're good enough. You are an expression of praise even on those days that you give your all, you gave your all, you gave your last, and you lay down and you feeling defeated and you don't even know why you did half of what you did today. You are still your superlative self. So we're good. Welcome to the art of discovery. Last month we talked about the art of recovery. Now, I'm calling all of these art. Why? Because in the word art is heart. How you spell heart in that word is the word art. So, can't you see that I'm trying to get us to shift our perspective, to get us to understand that in something could be something else, that in that pain could be purpose, that in what made you feel lost could be light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. And so this is what we're discovering. We are discovering that things don't happen to us, that they happen for us. And this is what Finding Sierra was all about. Can you see that? Look, is that my face? That is my face on there, right? Because I discovered so many amazing things when I allowed myself to discover who I was. And the thing about who I was came with understanding everything that I'm not. Yes, don't be victim of our humanness. Don't be victim of societal biases, and don't be victim of your own self-hate. To not think that this whole narrative or mindset that things have to be perfect is not the truth. That the whole normal thing is just a setting on your laundry machine, because life is not the same for everybody. It is not the same for everybody. I don't care if we started out with the same children, grow up in the same household, have the same mom, have the same dad, experience the same conditions and the environment, and yet still they grow up to be totally different individuals most times and all the times, right? So we are not the same. So stop buying into the cookie cutter thing that you're supposed to be like everyone else, and get like me, become unconventional, and figure out and discover why you allowed yourself to recover from the repeated cycles and the old expired narratives that you believed about yourself. Yeah, I want you to know that you can disrupt these narratives, and you can recover from the identities and from the lies and the made up things that you told yourself. You can recover from your own lies, right? And sometimes it's really our own lies that keep us um in the victim. It's really our own lies that really keep us in the box, not really what other people say. So this is what I discovered when I wrote Finding Sierra, right? A journey to a better me. How many of you are ready to take a journey to a better you? Before you do that, you must recover from some things that you have gone through, some things that you told yourself, some narratives that you allow others to speak over you, some jobs and some positions and some things that you've taken just because you could, but you weren't divinely supposed to. It wasn't for you. And just because we can do it don't mean that we're supposed to do it. Don't you see that there is a way that seems right? There is a way that you might think that's going to get you there, but you're ignoring that voice on the inside of you that's saying, yeah, you can take that route. But I got another route that if you take, that you'll discover something amazing about yourself, something unique about you that you won't know. Why? Because money just won't reveal that. Why? Because having a big house with 12 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms won't reveal that. It is something, for whatever reason, that when we go through the pressing and we go through these uncomfortable moments, that we get to birth and discover things that we didn't even know about ourselves. I did not know how super dope I was as an individual. And I mean that I did not know how amazing I was. Why? Because I allowed myself to discover that I was still this amazing being that God created me to be. And in spite of my mom having a human condition of crack cocaine, and in spite of my dad never bothering, that I was still this amazing being that God had said I was, even when my mother conceived me. So in spite of who my mom was and what my dad wasn't, or who my mom wasn't and what my dad was, had nothing to do with the calling on my life and the purpose that I was sent here in this human life, born by the vaginal canal of my mother, to be a spiritual being here in this form that the world identifies as a woman, that my job identifies as a patient care tech, that my neighborhood association identifies as the vice president, right? That the police might pull me over to identify as me, that your license is suspended. Even in that thing, there is another thing. Even in the midst of the storm, there can rest be found. You can absolutely discover something amazing. Now back to this blue lipstick. Outside of me looking good in it, This blue lipstick, this blue lipstick allowed me to find courage in the midst of something painful. I talked about being able to find purpose, even from painful situations. And so I didn't just find purpose, I found blue lipstick. I found courage, y'all. So I wrote about it in my book, and let me share it with you, right? So there's a chapter in this book, and this is why I'm wearing the blue lipstick. So I'll get to you because I allowed myself to discover the art, right? The art of falling apart. The art of using the things that's going to happen in life, because life is going to happen. The thing, see, I care. Life don't care. Don't get it twisted. I care. Not many people care, but I genuinely care that you are your best, most magical self. I genuinely care that you know that you are the common denominator. I genuinely care that you know when that thing knocks on your door that you have some solutions and you are prepared as much as you can be prepared for the thing that you'll never be prepared for, and that's death. Because death happens and don't ask you if it's okay. Death don't call you and say, hey, Sierra, hey, Kim, yo, Mike, what's up, Joe? Are you all right if I take the person that you love the most? It doesn't. It just happens and you get the call and it's already done. And that's what happened. This blue lipstick came from me feeling blue. This blue lipstick came from when life had me in the figure four and it had drop kicked me off the top rope. I was going through my divorce. I went from a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2 car garage, being married, on my way to what I thought was going to be my life, and now I'm divorced. And now I'm in this 1 bedroom upstairs garage apartment. Not what I planned. But that's the thing about turning discovery into art, because it's oftentimes that if we're not controlling the button, then we don't want nothing to do with it. But life don't care. Life is gonna do it, and you gotta figure out a way, right? You have to learn that blue isn't just a color, that it can be an attitude. You got to know that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. You got to know that when you are weak, you can say that you are strong, because you're going to be willing to do the work. You're going to be willing to take that thing and use it for something else. You're going to be willing to know that from this situation that I have to go through, that me getting up, that I can be the healed, so that someone else can look to from which cometh their help. Because often what you go through and how you go through it is a reflection to someone else on how they can go through it. Oftentimes we figured that we saw people struggle from here and struggle from there, and they lie that they're all good on the outside, but people really see your pain. That's the thing. Like, you think that you're hiding it behind work, you think you're hiding it behind promiscuity, you think you're hiding it behind alcoholism. You think you're hiding it behind your amazing husband, but people still feel your pain. And if people don't feel your pain, and if people are deep empaths like I am, I feel your pain. So whether if I can't see it, I can feel it. And whether if you are disguising it, it still speaks to me, because your heart will still tell me those areas that needs a level of art of discovery. Yeah, so blue isn't just a color, came from allowing myself to find something in something. And what I found, that in loss I can find light. In loss, that I can be the light. That I was allowed to be a light in my family, in my bloodline, to help us change the narrative around this topic called death, because death is as much a part of life as life is, and we are going to experience it one day. Sierra Speak won't be here to physically speak, but I hope that what I am helping you to discover, which is figuring out how you add the color to your canvas, how you show up from all happenstances of life, how you handle joy, how you handle money, how you handle heartbreak, how you handle let downness, how you handle someone getting over you and lying to you, is all a cover. It's all a color that will then be added to the canvas of your life. And when you're no longer here, the art will be able to be seen, and all the world will see just how truly great you are, right? How truly great that you knew that you can take something out of nothing and choose to still be your superlative self. We're talking about when life gives you lemons, right? When you get the most bitterest taste, the most bitterest lemons makes the most quenching lemonade. Allow yourself to be able to use the things that life dishes out where you can turn your struggles into opportunities. Thank you for tuning in to Sierra Speaks. I hope something spoke to you. I hope that you know that life is about your soul prospering in addition to your lifestyle, your family, and your business. Tune in the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday, and we'll speak again. Keep smiling, keep shining.